Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. My name is MetagrossMan and I'm your coach for the Texan Clearbodies in season number 3 of the Alola International, and this is our week 4 team builder against the Holland Flareons, coached by the Hammer Timestone. And if you guys missed our week 3 upload, which went up, when did it go? I think it went up like last Saturday, last Sunday, or just Monday this week, because I've scheduled things a little bit later than I should have. But regardless, if you missed the upload for week 3, then I encourage you to check that out, because that was a good game and I enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. So I can encourage you to check it out, just see how we're doing. But yeah, one thing to note with these league uploads is this is going to be a Wi-Fi upload, so that means that the team builder will be separate. Last week it was a showdown upload because of time constraints and whatnot, but these will be Wi-Fi uploads going forward because the league does mandate it after this week. So yeah, one thing to note as well, as far as the feeling of, you know, the league, if I lose every single week this season, I don't care. I'm trying something fun. I'm trying something new. Let me try it. Let me have some fun with it. I want to try it, see how I do. So far, I'm not thinking sand is my style, but it's worth experimenting with. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. And I'm learning. That's another thing. So, with all that said, let's go ahead and jump on into the team building portion, because this is our week 4 team builder for our game against Hammer Timestone. Yeah, so like always, we are on Pokemon Showdown. On the right side of the screen, as always, you've got Hammer's draft and my draft available to you for viewing pleasure, so that you guys get a better idea of the thought process that goes into these teams as I build them. One thing to note is that I had told myself at the beginning of the season that I was going to run a smooth rock variant of Gara at some point this season, and this is the week that I need to run it, because I've built my team, or my Excadrill, around the fact that I need sand to be up. I win if sand is up, pretty much. Alright, so with that noted, let's go. The first thing we have is Gara, our sand setting smooth rock Tyranitar this week. I could probably have bought a different item, but thinking about it, I should, but I didn't. Honestly, I should, but I didn't, because who knows? Because I wanted to try Smooth Rock, and I'm thinking about it now, and I need a Smooth Rock, so I'm going to run it. We're going to see how we do. We have Ice Punch, Iron Head, Earthquake, and Crunch. Ice Punch is for Zygarde, Ice Punch for Zapdos, Iron Head for Whimsicott, Earthquake for everything else, pretty much, besides the flying types, and then Crunch for things like Xatu, specifically. As well as my stab of choice is going to be Crunch. Earthquake is another stab of choice, but that covers everything except for his Zapdos and Xatu, which I have Crunch for, and Ice Punch respectively. I can also have Ice Punch for Xatu as well, but I'd rather have Crunch there just for that. And there was not really a fourth move I needed to put there. I could have put Rocks there, but I'd rather have Tyranitar do Rocks for, or I'd rather have our Mega Aggron do Rocks for us. So that's the thought process there. 236 HP, 36 attack, Adamant Nature, 100 defense, 100 special defense, 36 speed. 236 HP is so that my HP EVs are uneven. My HP number is uneven. Any more than 236 and I go up to 206, and I want an uneven HP number. 36 attack guarantees the 2-hit KO on a defensive, I think it was like damage roll, different 2-hit KO Ice Punch on defensive Zapdos, but 1-hit KO on Zygarde. Iron Head 2-hit KOs Whimsicott if it's bulky, 1-hit KOs it if it's offensive. Xatu dies with Crunch and an Earthquake, 2-hit KOs. Arcanine on a damage roll gets 2-hit KO'd before Leftovers Recovery. Because of Intimidate, it gets 2-hit KO'd after Leftovers Recovery. So that's a thing. But 36 attack is all I need, because I was focused on Zygarde when I was doing this. Focused on Zygarde, focused on Zapdos. The 2-hit KOs are guaranteed with 36 attack. Earthquake will 1-hit KO offensive Arcanine if he decides to bring it. He's probably going to bring like Will-O-Wisp Arcanine though. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Smooth Rock guarantees the sand for up to 8 turns, so that's one of the good things that I have this with this set. And 36 speed is so that I outspeed his Weezing by up to 3 points, or 3 or 4 points, because he's actually base 61 as well. So I'm gonna go up to 24 or 28 EVs in speed, and I outspeed that. And I really only needed like up to 85 in speed, but I had extra EVs left over and I didn't have any other use for them, so I went ahead and threw them in speed just to guarantee a few things. Another thing, he could bring Will-O-Wisp on his Weezing, because that's Levitator, which is why I have Crunch as well. So yeah. The next thing we have on our team this week is Grand Mole, our Shuckaberry Excadrill with Earthquake, Iron Head, Swords Dance, Shadow Claw. Shuckaberry with Sand Rush makes it so Zygarde cannot one-hit KO me in case I end up in a situation with it. Without a Swords Dance up, I'm able to get a Swords Dance up, and then I'll outspeed him in the sand, so I'm able to get a Swords Dance up and then click Iron Head and blow him back. Extreme Speed should not kill me because I have a lot of HP EVs. I should be able to live Shuckaberry Earthquake plus Extreme Speed from a potential. I don't remember the calc exactly, but I'm pretty sure this is ensuring that Ban doesn't kill me. So Earthquake for anything besides flying types and his Weezing, Iron Head for everything, Shadow Claw for Xatu. High crit ratio, Shadow Claw can also be for his Weezing if he just has to bring that, and Swords Dance in the sand guarantees my win condition potentially, but this is not my primary win condition. I do have one other. 188 HP because I had that left over, and I decided to be semi-bulky just to guarantee living hits better. Max attack, Adamant Nature, of course. 4 defense, 4 special defense because those were left over after my investment. Because if I go more than 188, I go into the 210 range, and I don't want to go any higher than 209. And then 60 speed allows me to outpace Bulky Arcanine by 1 point. Outpaces Bulky Arcanine by 1 point, and in the sand will outspeed his entire team, barring Choice Scarfers. But 60 speed Bulky Arcanine is outsped. I outspeed everything up to Bulky Arcanine, and then in the sand I outspeed everything on his team, including Zygarde, Zapdos, and Mega Glalie, which is another reason why I have all this HP EVs, so I can live a hit from his Mega Glalie. Iron Head also does super effective damage on that thing. So that's the thought process there. The next thing we have on our team this week is our mixed defensive Vaporeon. Leftovers Water Absorb, Scald, Ice Beam, Toxic Protect. Scald is the stab of choice. Ice Beam Zygarde, Ice Beam Zapdos, Ice Beam Whimsicott. Toxic for Zapdos if it's bulky. Toxic for Whimsicott if it's bulky. Xatu also gets whacked by Ice Beam. And the Toxic is just for shenanigery. I know he has a Whimsy on him, or he has a Weezing on him, so I have to be a little careful with that. Protect is so that Leftovers gives me recovery so that I don't get to a KO'd by some sets. 220 HP, 156 defense, 108 special defense, 24 special attack. Mixed defensive with a base 65 speed. I outpace Weezing as well, up to about 24 speed EV, so I decided not to throw any in there. Throw no speed in there because I didn't feel I needed it. Protect guarantees I don't get 2-hit KO'd. 156 defense, 108 special defense. Bold allows me to be just out of range for 2-hit KOs from anything, from Banded Zygarde, from defensive Zapdos, for example, for a couple examples, but especially Banded Thousand Arrows does like 46.6 or something like that, or 47.6%. Minimum damage roll does that much damage so that I'm able to recover it off with leftovers on the next turn and click like Ice Beam on him or something like that. He could go in with 1,000 arrows into Ice Beam or into Extreme Speed if he wanted to, but that would mean that he is not choiced. But yeah. So Protect guarantees that I don't get 2-hit KO. The Outrage will 2-hit KO me though. The Outrage, if he's banded, Outrage will 2-hit KO me, but I am able to click Protect on that thing and break his Outrage, confuse him, and then Toxic him as well if I need to, because, you know. But otherwise, I'm able to live any hit from him pretty much. 24 special attack makes it so Zygarde gets 1-hit KO, Zapdos gets 2-hit KO if it's a bulky one, and then Scald does as much damage as possible, no more than 24 special attack, because after 24 special attack, the damage output does not change. So that's the process there. The next thing we have is our Mega Aggron, Titanium, our Mega Aggron, making him a return with Aggronite to start with Sturdy, into filter Fire Punch for his Ferrothorn, Fire Punch for his Whimsicott if I need that, Heavy Slam for everything pretty much, including Glalie, Fire Punch also for Glalie, really, but Heavy Slam for Glalie, Heavy Slam for Whimsicott, Stealth Rocks for Stealth Rocks, and then have Avalanches there for me to be able to live a hit from Zapdos if it's a offensive Zapdos, and then Revenge kill it with Avalanche, because it will die from Avalanche. Avalanche will also kill the Zygarde better than Ice Punch would. 108 HP, 36 attack, 4 defense, max special defense, 108 speed with a, Careful Nature. 108 HP, no more HP, otherwise I go into 160 and I'm uneven. 36 attack guarantees the Avalanche 1-hit KO after I take a hit from Zapdos and Zygarde. Because of Filter, I can take 3 hits from Banded Zygarde, 1,000 arrows, and Heat Wave almost 2-hit KOs me. It does not quite 2-hit KO me from an offensive one, I believe, but a defensive one doesn't. 4 defense because I had that left over, and max special defense just to be as bulky as possible. So that's the process there. So yeah, the next thing we have on our team this week is Reaperchute, our totem sized Mimikyu with Life Orb. This thing is to stop the Zygarde pretty much. We have Swords Dance, Shadow Sneak, Play Rough, Shadow Claw. This, I believe, in my mind, is our win condition. Because if I get a clean switch on something dying, and let's say the Saiyan is gone, you know, let's say Grand Mole is dead, let's say Titanium about to die, so Titanium, I sack it, right? I sack Titanium, right? And I get a free switch in. He has to break my disguise while I Swords Dance. He has to break my disguise. And then at that point, I should have been able to wear the team down to where I can, 1, live in Extreme Speed, 2, Zygarde can't click Extreme Speed for free because of my Ghost typing, and 3, I should be able to wear the team down enough where I can just click Shadow Sneak from that point and just win. And if I can't click Shadow Sneak from that point and win, I have Shadow Claw for high crit ratio, plus the guaranteed kill on Xatu, and then Play Rough for everything else pretty much, assuming I don't miss, and Life Orb guarantees the extra damage whereas other things don't. However, thinking about things like the Whimsicott, thinking about things like Weezing and Arcanine, who could probably have Will-O-Wisp, there are a few things I can afford to get burned. Tyranitar at a certain point can get burned, Mai can get burned, and Titanium at a certain point can get burned as well. But one thing that cannot get burned is this Reaperchute, so I have to be careful about that. We have 4 HP, max attack, max speed with the Jolly Nature. This is outspeeding base 95, max speed Arcanine, max speed Zygarde. If he's a bulky Zygarde, I don't 1-hit KO it unless I have more Swords Dance up. Otherwise, I 2-hit KO anything on his team unless it's a bulky variant, for which I need Swords Dance, and then after that I just click Shadow Sneak and I win. So, in my mind, this is our win condition. The last thing on our team this week is Strike Flyer, our Crobat, Yachi Berry, Infiltrator, U-Turn, Cross Poison, Brave Bird, Acrobatics. U-Turn, Momentum, U-Turn, Super Effective Xatu, Cross Poison for his Whimsicott, Brave Bird for everything else, Acrobatics for after my Yachi Berry pops. One thing I'm not hitting very hard to keep in mind is the Ferrothorn. That Ferrothorn is going to be a little more problem. But if I need Reaperchu to Swords Dance and kill it, then I'll very well do that. But yeah, so that's one thing to keep in mind. I'm a little under prepped for Ferrothorn. I'm hoping he doesn't bring it. I'd rather him bring like Weezing or something. I'd rather have him bring like Weezing Arcanine over Ferrothorn. But even then, he could bring Ferrothorn just to be a pain in the butt. But I do have like for like Scald Burning it. I do have Fire Punch Titanium, so that's something. But yeah, so that's one thing. But I'll be wary of that. That's another reason why I'm not choiced into Cross Poison. 100 HP max attack, 4 defense, 4 special defense, 148 speed with the Jolly nature. I would have been adamant if I could have been, but I can't be adamant because of the Whimsicott. This is enough speed to outspeed Whimsicott by 1 point. 148 Jolly is enough speed to outspeed Whimsicott. 100 HP gives me uneven HP number at 173. No more than that, or else I go uneven. Max HP, or max attack rather. Max attack, because I want to hit as hard as possible. And then 4 in each defense because I had that left over. U-turn for Xatu. Cross Poison for Whimsicott. Cross Poison for really just Whimsicott dominantly. Brave Bird for everything else, pretty much on acrobatics after my Yache Berry pops. The Yache Berry allows me to live either an Ice Shard or any one move from the Mega Doily from full. I did consider bringing Yache Berry on Gara as well, but I realized I need my Sand for this week, so we're gonna rock out with that. But that is our week for Team Builder. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to leave a like. And yeah, I'll see you guys again for the battle against Hammer Timestone. Until then, though, this is your coach for the Texan Clearbodies. My name is MetagrossMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.